Hey Brandon, how are you? Why do you look so sad?
I took a placement test. You know, I learned English a long time ago. So, I wanted to.
I understand. You wanted to go to the advanced level, right? What happened?
I failed. I don't remember anything. I thought I had an advanced English level. Now I realize I don't. I got a basic English level. I didn't expect that. Darn.
That's okay. It's normal. You haven't practiced English for a long time. But why don't you study at an English institute or maybe take online courses?
I can't do that. I don't have enough money to pay for those kinds of courses.
Wait, you speak advanced or native English? I've heard you. And you've never studied at an English institute or anything like that, right?
It's something like that. I studied on my own. I need your help, please. How did you do it? How can I learn English by myself?
How did I learn English by myself? Well, I had to do many things, buddy. It wasn't easy, but if you're serious, I'll tell you. Are you sure?
Of course, I'll do whatever it takes to learn English and speak advanced English.
Alright, first, you have to set goals to learn English by yourself. To learn English without a teacher, you need to be realistic about your study. The good thing is you've already taken a placement exam, so you know your English level. Now, decide how long you'll study English every day. 30 minutes is good, but if you can do more, that's even better. Next, write down your English learning goals. This makes your goals real, and writing them down means you can always look at them again. That really works.
What about making small goals or big ones?
You'll want to make many small goals instead of one big goal. Big goals can be intimidating or scary, which is a big problem most students have. They just say, I want to learn English, but that's too vague. You need to be specific. Instead of saying, I'll improve my grammar, you can say, tomorrow, I'll master the present simple, and the day after tomorrow, I'll master the present progressive, and so on.
That sounds practical. What else?
What I did was I made a calendar to learn English with specific goals and tasks. Schedule a time for your study. Don't just say, this week, I'll study English. You need to set the day and time you'll study and practice your English. That's important.
How about a study plan?
Yes, with that comes an English study plan. Don't just choose topics randomly. Setting a day and time to practice is good, but you can't study the third conditional today and the verb tense tomorrow. You need to make a plan. Maybe mastering the third conditional is more important for you, or maybe you already know verb tenses, so it's not necessary to study them again.
I see. What's next?
Well, your study plan should have some details about what you'll learn and how you'll study it. It doesn't have to look like a college course outline, but it should have some structure. Also, make sure your study plan includes different types of activities like listening, writing, etc. Unless you only want to improve your speaking skills, it all depends on you. Having a variety of activities will keep your English studies interesting and fun. You can play vocabulary games, watch YouTube videos, talk to native speakers, and more.
That sounds like a good plan. Any other tips?
Another good way to learn English by yourself is to use English immersion. To successfully learn English on your own, you should include English in your life as much as possible. English immersion means surrounding yourself with the language you want to learn. Put English all around you. You can label things with their English names, use computer programs for learning English, do daily tasks in English, write a daily journal in English, and much more.
That's a cool idea. How about reading and watching things in English?
If your English level is basic, you don't have to start with advanced materials. You can begin with children's books, movies, and TV shows. They cover basic topics and are easy to understand. Use materials made for children alongside your other learning materials. You'll understand more and increase your confidence at the same time.
Nice, I'll try that. What else?
Listening is crucial. You learned your first language by doing a lot of listening in the beginning. Listening helps you pick up words and phrases from people you hear. At first, you may only understand a little, but the more you listen, the more vocabulary you'll acquire. Eventually, you'll be able to form full sentences. So, listen to English whenever you have the chance. Play English songs in the background, listen to English learning podcasts, watch TV or movies, or listen to people speaking English on the street.
Got it. And what about watching TV shows and movies?
You can watch YouTube, TV shows, and movies. Start with children's materials if your level is basic. But if you want something more interesting, you can look for English videos about your favorite topics on YouTube. There are also many YouTube channels for English learners, almost like having a free teacher. Watching English TV shows is a great way to learn real-life language. I always recommend Friends for that. It has dialogues about everyday life and real problems.
Friends sounds fun. Do you have any more tips?
Absolutely, I have a few more tips for you. It's important to build a good vocabulary. Try to learn a few new words every day and use them in your daily life. You can keep a vocabulary journal where you write down new words and their meanings, and review them regularly.
That makes sense. What else can I do for vocabulary?
Another helpful tip for vocabulary is to use flashcards. Create flashcards with English words on one side and their meanings on the other. You can use physical flashcards or digital flashcard apps like Anki or Quizlet to practice and reinforce your vocabulary.
I'll give flashcards a try. How about speaking?
Speaking is essential for improving your fluency. Try to find a language exchange partner or join English conversation groups in your area. Practicing with native speakers or fellow learners will help you build confidence in speaking English. You can also talk to yourself in English or record your voice to assess your pronunciation and fluency.
That sounds great, but what if I make mistakes?
Making mistakes is part of the learning process. Don't be afraid of making them. It's through mistakes that we learn and improve. When you speak with others, they'll likely understand that you're learning, and most people are patient and supportive. So, don't let the fear of making mistakes hold you back.
I'll keep that in mind. Any other advice for self-learning?
Yes, practice regularly and be consistent. Learning a language takes time and effort, so it's important to stay committed. Set realistic expectations and celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Also, don't hesitate to seek help from online forums, language learning communities, or language learning apps. There are many resources and support available for self-learners.
Thanks for all these tips, they're really helpful. I'll start working on my English skills right away.
You're welcome, Brandon. I believe in your ability to learn English on your own. With dedication and the right approach, you'll see improvement in no time. Just remember to stay motivated, set clear goals, and enjoy the journey of learning a new language. If you ever have questions or need further guidance, feel free to reach out.
These are some fantastic additional tips, and I appreciate your guidance. I've actually used Duolingo a bit, and it's been helpful. Reading regularly and keeping a language journal sound like great ways to reinforce my learning.
That's great to hear that you've already been using Duolingo. Reading and journaling can be incredibly effective for language improvement. It not only enhances your language skills but also helps you stay consistent in your learning.
I like the idea of setting milestones too. It makes the learning process feel more achievable and less overwhelming. I'll definitely start with aiming for a 5-minute conversation in English with a native speaker.
Setting milestones can be very motivating and give you a clear sense of progress. That's an excellent goal to start with, and I'm sure you'll achieve it in no time. Just keep practicing and don't be afraid to initiate conversations with native speakers.
I'll also look for some interesting English podcasts. It's a great way to work on my listening skills, and I can do it on the go.
Absolutely, podcasts are a convenient way to practice your listening skills. There are many engaging ones out there, so you're sure to find something that piques your interest. Plus, it's a great way to multitask and learn while doing other activities.
I appreciate your encouragement to stay patient and persistent. It's reassuring to know that the ups and downs are normal. I'll remember that on this journey.
It's important to understand that learning a language is a process with its ups and downs. Don't get discouraged by challenges or moments of frustration. Stay persistent, keep practicing, and you'll see improvement over time.
Thanks for all these tips and your support. I'm feeling more confident about my English learning journey now. I'll follow your advice and enjoy the process.
You're very welcome, Brandon. I'm glad to hear that you're feeling more confident. Learning a new language is a rewarding experience, and with your dedication, I have no doubt you'll achieve your goals. If you ever have more questions or need further guidance, don't hesitate to reach out. Best of luck, and enjoy the journey of mastering English.